Lionel Messi, a true football great. Some players win titles, some set records, and some leave a mark on the sport forever. Lionel Messi belongs to the last group. He is more than a Barcelona legend, more than an Argentine hero, and more than a collection of trophies. He became a symbol of excellence, creativity, and footballing genius. When people discuss the greatest players in history, Messi is always part of that conversation. Not because of media hype, but because for many years he produced a level of football that seemed unreal. What made him so remarkable was not only the success he achieved, but the way he did it. He did not rule matches through size or raw strength. He controlled them with technique, balance, awareness, vision, and extraordinary composure. Lionel Andres Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina. From an early age, it was obvious that he had a rare gift. He read the game faster than others, moved with unusual sharpness, and treated the ball as if it were part of him. Yet his path was far from easy. As a child, he was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency. The treatment was expensive, and his family faced enormous difficulty. At that moment, his dream could easily have disappeared. But Barcelona recognized his potential, offered support, and gave him the opportunity that changed everything. Leaving Argentina for Spain was a major sacrifice. He had to adapt to a new country, a different culture, and the pressure of a world-class academy. Still, he stayed focused, worked quietly, and developed inside La Masia. Before long, it became clear that he was not simply talented, he was extraordinary. His dribbling was mesmerizing. His close control looked almost unnatural. His acceleration with the ball, especially in tight spaces, made defenders helpless. What impressed people most was how effortless it all seemed. Many players can score, others can create. A few can beat opponents one-on-one. Messi combined all of those qualities. He could unlock a defense with a pass, finish from difficult angles, glide through crowded areas, and dictate the rhythm of a game. When he reached Barcelona's first team, the sport witnessed a player capable of changing matches on his own while also lifting the level of everyone around him. That is one of the clearest signs of true greatness. During Pep Guardiola's era, Messi became the heart of one of the finest teams ever assembled. That Barcelona side was built on possession, movement, intelligence, and precision. Surrounded by masters like Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets, Messi turned brilliance into something unforgettable. Under Guardiola, his role evolved. He was no longer tied to one position. He could start wide, drift centrally, drop deeper, create attacks, and finish them himself. That freedom made him nearly impossible to stop. Opponents never knew whether he would dribble, combine, or curl the ball into the net. Watching Messi was special because every action had purpose. He was never flashy for the sake of attention. His feints, touches, and runs were all meaningful. He played with elegance, but also with logic. That is why so many people viewed him not just as an athlete, but as an artist. His career is filled with unforgettable moments. The solo goal against Getafe, echoing Maradona's famous run. The countless free kicks into the top corner. The passes that seemed invisible to everyone else. Again and again, he produced scenes that felt almost unreal. Still, talent alone is not enough to build a legend. What truly separated Messi was consistency. For well over a decade, he remained at the highest level. In modern football, where pressure is relentless and competition is fierce, that kind of longevity is extremely rare. His numbers became historic. Goals, assists, league titles, Champions League trophies, Ballon d'Or awards. Yet statistics never fully capture his impact. They show production, but not the feeling he gave people while watching him. And that feeling, the sense that something magical could happen at any second, made him unique. For years, the football world compared Messi with Cristiano Ronaldo. It was one of the most iconic rivalries in sports. Both defined an era in different ways. Ronaldo represented power, ambition, and relentless drive. Messi embodied imagination, subtlety, and natural brilliance. Each had a claim to greatness, but many saw Messi's style as the more complete expression of football. He was not just a scorer, he was also the creator, the organizer, and the mind behind attacks. He could build a move and finish it moments later. Few players in history have offered so much in one package. For a long time, however, critics pointed to one missing piece, a major international title with Argentina. He came painfully close more than once. He lost the 2014 World Cup final and several Copa America finals. The pressure on him was enormous, especially because he was constantly compared to Diego Maradona. Then came redemption. Argentina won the Copa America, then the Finalissima, and finally the 2022 World Cup. That tournament became the crowning chapter of his career. Messi was not a supporting figure. He was the leader, the inspiration, and the main driving force behind the triumph. The final against France became one of the greatest matches ever played. It had everything: intensity, drama, emotion, and unforgettable performances. Once again, Messi stood at the center of it all. When he finally lifted the World Cup, it felt like the perfect ending to a legendary journey. For many fans, that moment settled the debate. He had already conquered club football. Now he had reached the summit with his country too. But his greatness goes beyond silverware. He inspired people. He reminded fans why football is loved across the world: joy, beauty, unpredictability, and emotion. Children copied his movements in the streets. Supporters tuned in just to witness one special moment. Even rivals often admired him because some performances are too beautiful to ignore. Messi also changed how attacking football could be understood. He blurred positions, created new possibilities, and showed that a smaller player could dominate matches through intelligence and skill. He proved that power is not the only path to supremacy. As he grew older, his game changed, but his influence remained enormous. He relied less on explosive bursts and more on reading the match, controlling tempo, and choosing the perfect pass. That evolution revealed another layer of his genius. A truly great footballer is not measured only by medals or records. Greatness is also about memory, style, and impact, and Messi gave the game all three. He created moments people will revisit for generations. Years from now, when fans speak about the early 21st century, Lionel Messi will stand as one of its defining figures. A quiet genius, a master with the ball, a player who made the extraordinary look simple. Lionel Messi is not just one of football's legends. For many, he is the greatest of them all.